Hello, I'm named Mimi Strobel, and welcome to episode 16 of Enigmatica 2 on the FGOG server, where we're still going strong. Not too busy right now on the server, which is pretty good. Means there's not a lot of lag. And I've been working on bees. Now, I'm not sure if you remember from last time the order I was going to get a bee for what I want. So I want to make the dragon egg, and I need essence of false life, which requires soulful wax. And I was like, well, the sononant bee has a good amount. Well, the soul bee is even better, right? Or which was it? Dreaming. Sorry, the dreaming bee, 33%, but the dreaming bee requires some nolans. That's why I was somewhat confused. So I had to get some nolans first, which is watery and rooted. And no, I can bring up the tree again on the video. And I did make the sonnet bee. Now, there's a bit of a problem with the bee. If I analyze it, it tells me it needs mystical flowers, which are from Botania. And this is also one of the Botania bees. There's a number of them. However, I placed Botania flowers and nothing happened. It wouldn't accept the flower. I looked online and it says, no, it has to be pure daisy. I used a pure daisy. It would not accept the flower. Nothing I did worked, so I decided to go for a slightly different route then, and that's why I went for the soul bee, which is also a good source. Let's see, soul, a good source of soul combs, right? To make the soul bee, I need spirit and aware. To need spirit, I need aware and ethereal. So I need aware, and for aware, I need attuned, and attuned can be found in deep hives. So I used my nature's compass to find this magical forest biome and went down to around Y 10 to 19, in this case 13, and just started mining away. And I found these these redstone blocks, and this usually indicates that there is something special like a beehive. If you go to the nether to find the hives, you'll find them surrounded by quartz blocks. So let's mine these away. And that is what I was looking for. I'm hoping it has the bee that I need. Please. Attuned, yes. No, I do. But, of course, I'm gonna look for a few more. And this is, diamond gen in this world. It's silly. It's really silly. I mean, and I'm not even gonna pick it up. I'm not even gonna pick it up. Look at it. Within, is it a single chunk? The single chunk to these next chunk, the other one. Yeah. So I'm just gonna continue looking for some more bees. See, I can still see some bees flying around here. So I'm guessing there's gotta be another hive somewhere nearby. As well as more diamonds, of course. Ah, redstone. Redstone blocks means there's a hive. There it is. And I'll take the redstone blocks as well, why not? Right. Do I get some more for you? Yes, another princess, another drone. Cool. Fast forward a couple of days of breeding and waiting, mostly waiting. I have some bees to show you. Now, this is my withering queen. I'm gonna take out automation and let her finish a cycle. Oh, apparently she's draining a lot of power from my machines. May also be the production upgrade because, well, this is the withering, this is the draconic bee, and the draconic bee requires imperial, and one of the products of the imperial bee is royal jelly. And you may recall I mentioned that for the production upgrade we needed royal jelly. So I got some of that, which is pretty cool. Actually, I don't want to lose that progress. while we're waiting for that one, so I have the draconic bee that is going to give me, and you can already see that, some draconic dust. And remember, we could turn this into chunks to turn into eggs with the essence of false life, for which we need the soul combs, which now come from the soul queen. So that's two of our queens that we need. Right, soul queen and draconic queen. Those are what we were after. And then this is the withering queen that should give us, well, at a small chance, with a skeleton bone chips. So far she hasn't given us anything yet, so we'll see how that goes. This is another withering. I might put her as well. So instead of that one, we can do more. And then this imperial that I use for the production upgrades. I'm gonna keep it up there for a while. Now, these bees are quite annoying. This one stinks and got me down to 1 heart earlier. Also, if you look at the traits, it needs an end flower. Now, an end flower in this case means dragon egg, which luckily I got from one of the quest rewards. Effects, he doesn't have any effect, by the way. Oh, sorry, no, this one does. This one really hurts. This one, for some reason, doesn't have an effect. Still not near completion, right? Um, so, also, production is really slow. I don't care about pollination. Lifespan is good. I don't mind that much. Fertility, don't mind that much about that. I would like to get a higher production. I would like to get rid of effects. And I would like to maybe also, have better climate tolerance and humidity tolerance. So, also tolerant. I'm not sure what tolerant fly is. Anyway, that's something I'm gonna try to improve in this episode. Now, if you look at this, 6 traits on this page and 7 traits on this page, they're actually all stored um, in their genes, in their chromosomes. And what you could do is you can change the genes. And let's see, how about this one? What are your genes like? Almost. Still no. Um, I can take out as well. Only 1 drone and still no production or no result, because also production is slowest and only fertility is 1. This one has a withering effect, but it hasn't affected me so far, so I'm not sure what that means. Flower type is nether, which is why there's nether wart here, and also for one of the other bees I had to get the cactus. So I would like to work on their DNA. We put some stuff away. This I don't need right now. I'm gonna keep this in here as well. Right. Oh yeah, and I got some genetic waste from mutating my bees in the advanced mutatron thingy. So, we discussed the bees. This is what we're gonna make next. A genetic sampler, a genetic imprinter, and a genetic transposer. And, well, I will need this one. This is the stuff. Sulfur wax. This is what I got from those combs, and as well as phosphor, which I can turn into lava. That seems to be the only use for it. Do I need a squeezer? I don't think right now I need a squeezer. This one was taking quite a bit, so I boxed it. But actually, I think I can take all of these out for now and set up new machines. Recipes, much like we've done before. So those are the 3 new machines, as well as my simple alloy smelter, which I still had in a crate somewhere, and I'll show you what that is used for soon. So genetic sampler is what's going to read bees and going to try and extract one of their traits, one of their chromosomes. So they all need labware, so I made a bunch more of those. and this needs blank gene samples. This is where the gene will be stored, and the recipe is quite simple, although it is 14 ingots for each of them. I've made a stack which should probably last me for quite a while. Now, we're going to take a lot of our spare drones, for example, and toss them in here. And for every bee, it's going to take some labware, a gene sample, and it's going to try and get a gene. Unfortunately, the bee dies in the process, so that's why we take the surplus of drones that we have, and not going to take one of our queens there. Now, like I said, there are 13 traits, and this one has the trait tolerate rain falls. Now, I'm not quite sure, but I think this can auto push to an adjacent inventory. And I'm wondering if it needs to be the site, or if maybe it doesn't recognize that this is an inventory. But this works as well. So now they're going into the shulker box. And actually I might, because this has 27 slots only, and I'm gonna run it for some time. I'm gonna take this one out. Got 4 already. But we're gonna just let this run for some time. This has now gone through almost an entire stack of unusual drones. And let's see what we got. We got Cave Dwelling Falls, Cave Dwelling Falls, Effect None, that's a good one to have. Effect None, it's actually the same one. Effect None, Fertility 2. I might want to keep that one. Flowering, I don't care much about flower. I do care about flowers. That means they would just be normal flowers. Let's see, humidity tolerance none, that's not good. Lifespan, I don't care much about that. Never sleeps, falls. I like it if they. Okay, adding species. Now, here's an interesting thing. If I'd been smart, I would have started with the DNA straight away. So instead, I made like a ton of different types of bees, right? So I had, of course, the forest bees, but I made a few charmed, a number of arcane ones. I made a number of the common ones, and infernal one. Oh, those are found in the nether. Sorry. Oblivion. I made a few. I didn't have to do that. I could have taken their DNA, and I could have taken their species DNA and just copied and copied. Anyway, speed slowest, speed slowest. These are all slowest. Temperature tolerance too. That's quite nice. And territory, I don't mind that much. Tolerates rainfalls. I don't like that either. But it's still running, right? So let's take these, and actually gonna put this here. And I know this can pull, but I also know that it's not server friendly, unlike the NRIO conduits, which seem to be much better. So extract always active. You can have all my B samples. And now, theoretically, you should be able to cook my B samples. No, you can't. Well, then we'll take your big brother. And actually, oh, you were still doing bronze for me. And we're gonna say furnace only. Now, are you going to you're going to insert, and now you're cooking the samples back into blank gene samples. So all the ones that we don't want, like territory, slowest, ones that we already have, I'm gonna melt you all back and only keep the ones that I really want, which is currently these 4. So maybe I should keep a species one if I get one again. We get our next stack of drones, and let's see, let's get a stack of soul drones. And we're gonna do exactly the same. We're gonna take the labware from you, take the blank samples from you, and continue the process. Watching my sheep, waiting for them to grow back their fur or wool, if you like. And meanwhile, I've been busy over here. And actually, this is the second time I'm showing you guys this. But the first time, for some reason, didn't have any sound recorded of my voice, so that was rather annoying. Anyway, I realized that just randomly dropping in stacks of drones was kind of pointless, because you never get traits unless they have the traits, right? So for all of these, I've now analyzed them, and then I picked the drones. Oh, sorry. I picked the drones that had something useful, like let's see, faster worker somewhere, um, longer lifespan, high fertility, etc. I also went and got me a bunch of rocky bees so that I could have diurnal, which is daytime bees, and nocturnal, which is nighttime bees. So they're quite happy, and also this means they can be happy indoors. So I now have a bunch of useful bee samples and a few species as well. Now, what you can do next is, say I want to have a bee with a fast speed. Now, first I'm going to take one of the samples, give this a blank sample, and I'm gonna copy it because I want to have a backup of my speed fast gene. And when that's done, I'm gonna put one back in here, and then I'm gonna take a genetic template. These are quite simple to make: redstone, tin, and diamond. And what you do is you combine them together. And now I have a template with a fast speed chromosome. The rest is currently not available, but that's okay. You don't need them all. Now I'm actually going to take this one and reset it, put it back, because I have some ones that are already done here. This is a soul bee because you can add species as well. But I set flowers to be flowers, and somehow that failed. So I have another one that this is also flowers. I took them out. This one is no species, no flowers, right? And what you do next is you take this template and you put it in the imprinter with some labware. Then you get yourself the bee that you want to work with. For example, let's see, I want to have another withering, so I'm going to take my withering drone, and this currently has this one does have the flowers. This is the one I did, but it wouldn't accept the flowers. So let's see. Oh, not you. Let's take one of these ones. Flower type flowers. That's also wrong. Okay, maybe I should have done a different bee. This one has flower type nether, fertility 2 times. Effect is aggressive, so this one is gonna sting you when it's in there. Production is slow. And what else do we have? It's already diurnal nocturnal, that's fine. It doesn't have any humidity tolerance. And I'm gonna take one of the drones and I'm gonna imprint my new genetic template. It's only going to overwrite the chromosomes that I have in here. Species, flowering, flowers, and territory will not be changed. I'm also going to get actually maybe a nice idea as well. We can take out this one now. I have a blank template and I have a genetic template. And I'm gonna copy this. I'm gonna save in here, and I should actually try to get another withering one. So this is now copied, and this bee is now changed and should have fast production and no effect. Great, huh? And also it is now humidity tolerance, because that was all in the imprint. So this is a great way to change the statistics of your bees and to improve them. And I applied that to my withering bee, and for some reason at some point it stopped accepting any flowers. Yeah, by default, the withering bee wants nether flowers, so that would be, the nether wart. Um, it Then I changed to flowers, and I had all of this, and it just wouldn't pick them up. It just kept saying no flowers. So those are the ones over here, and there's probably one over here, and it's useless now. It's not gonna work. I did get a bunch of withering drones, so what I will try is get a withering species. I should have some more labware. I need to make a bit more. Sadly, I went through 23 of them and I didn't get any species genes, sorry. So I'm gonna have to let this run for a bit more. Now I think it did about 10 cycles in between when I was online last time. And, with fertility 4 means I get a lot of drones, so that's good. But production, terrible. Even with fast production and the upgrade, you know, well, I guess this is not the speed, but 15% chance of wither skeleton bone chips. I haven't gotten any yet, but I'm not giving up. Um, see, no, still nothing. Out of power. Anyway, there's another bee I want to make, which is the Wispy Princess, because the book wants us to make an apiary suit, which is quite nice, but that requires a lot of woven silk, 24, like any normal armor suit, and every woven silk is 9 silk wisps, so top of my head 196 silk wisps, and there's a few ways to get that. Silky propolis has a 60% chance, and silky propolis itself has an 80% chance of a silky comb, which you can get from a number of bees, but not a lot, and the chances are pretty slim. There's also a wispy bee that produces silk wisp with a 40% drop every cycle. So, I have ethereal, I need to make ghastly, I need to make Betty, and I need to make shocking. Everything else I have. So that's just a few steps I can do that. I seem to have been infested by bats, although they're quite dumb and not staying away from my cactus. And I'm pretty sure it's the Betty Queen that is bringing them to life. Oh, that is cool though. I had no idea what to do. Oh, it said Betty effect Betty, but I don't know what that means. So, well, I know it means crazy. Meanwhile, I've been getting some more examples here. Flowers nether. I'm wondering if I'm gonna make another wither bee. If it's good to be maybe keep it as close to the original. Also, once I have my bees, I can lower fertility, right? So I don't get this huge amount of drones. So yeah, I've got shocking, withering, eldritch, got all those. So it means also I can make more withering queens because it's still really, really slow. Right now I'm just trying to get a few more Bettys. And then the Betty needs to cross with a ethereal. And I should have an ethereal princess, I hope. Yes, I do. Pristine stock even. By the way, I had one of those shocking bees, which is with the S, skulking. And what I did is I took the skulking drones, which are somewhere here, and waited until I had my skulking species. And then I took another bee and applied skulking to it so I could breed it with the windy drone. And I'm probably going to do the same here so I can save my Betty princess and just make another one Betty here as well. I'm pretty good at making things Betty, I've been told, so let's see how that works. After getting all those bets from a Betty B, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of nervous when the ghastly bee has a ghastly effect. I mean, bets in your base is one thing. I don't want to have gas in my base. Or do I? Do I want to try this at least once? Now, it said flowers were regular flowers. I still have nether flowers here and end flowers. Ah, let's see if it spawns a ghast. We should be able to pick up on that pretty quickly, right? And then take it out if it does. I mean, maybe it would be nice for a ghast farm, right? But I'm not looking forward to having my base overrun by ghasts. Also, fertility is only 2, which is not too good. So I'm gonna make a copy of these genes. I was afraid to make too many copies, and I don't want to waste the genetic labware. So that's another lifespan short, which is great for breeding, right? Effect none, in case it does spawn ghasts. So far, it hasn't done any. So, no, we do get ghasts here, so that is pretty cool. Oh yeah, no automation upgrade. So, effect none. Fertility 4. I also swapped around these boxes because I have a ton of these coming in now, because I'm more selective about what which bees I try to put in there. I don't have that many. Okay, so far no ghasts. But do I want to risk it? Oh, hey, there's a ghast. Okay, that was rescue a ghast from the nether, bring it safely home to the overworld, and then get it. Okay, so that's a achievement I just got. Now, yeah, I'm not really looking forward to getting too many gas. And if I can get gas here straight from the bee, I don't need them near my base. So, the only risk, of course, is that I might end up with genetic waste instead of a bee. So, fingers crossed. Here goes the princess. Nervous? I can tell you I'm nervous. That one survived. Please give me my drone. Yes. So now I have a bee with no effect and a bee with no effect. And hopefully they will be happy together. And yeah, they're happy. And I shouldn't get any ghasts. And I didn't put any automation. And fertility means I get 4. So, Ethereal Ghastly is the only step left for Wispy. And I think I have Ethereal... I have one princess. I think I want to extract a gene first. So, I got the Wispy Bee. Thermic flowers. So, I'm bringing a Cinderbrill, which is one of the thermic flowers. The other one would be Shimmerleaf, I think, right? Um, Fertility is too low to do any sensible breeding with it. Um, Spawn Wisp. Now, that could be a bit tricky because wisps can get rather. They can get aggressive, right? They don't have to, but they can. Do you have any more blank? So I'm gonna try and get rid of the effect as well as increase the fertility. Let's see if that works. Um, of course, again, there's the risk of getting genetic waste. So this one already had fertility 4 because I used that before I made the Wispy Queen, but unfortunately, even with a fertility 4 Ghastly Princess and a fertility 4 Ethereal Drone, you don't get a fertility 4 Wispy Queen. So yeah, now I'm adding the effect none. And oh, I can't imprint it on the Queen. I have to imprint it on the Drone and the Princess. Hope you're happy with the Cinder Pearl. Yes, you are. And there's a Wisp already outside. Okay, just gonna let it run once, and then hope that I don't get genetic waste. That's the sound of a wisp. Right there. Now, they're not always hostile. You can find them in the nether as well. They're not always hostile. And I think they drop some nice stuff if you kill them. They do hurt, but they give you some random fee crystals. It could be nice. But I think I'll prefer to be without them because they do hurt. I've already cut a wispy silk straight away. See, that's exactly why I wanted these. Let's just hope that this works as well. It is a recharge. I do like the sound of the wisps. I think they will just despawn eventually, right? Ooh, that one is done. That one is done. Fertility 4, no effect. Fertility 4, no effect. Perfect. So I have all the bees I want, I think. I'd wanna... Let's see, what am I doing in species? Hey! Leave me alone. Why can't I hit you? I got a Aqua V. I was looking at the genes. I got Ghastly, Ethereal Species, Arcane, Fiendish, Rocky, Skulking, Withering, Eldritch. So I still want to get a Soul, and I want to get a Wispy. But of course now with Fertility 4 I will get more Wispy, and then I'll do the same, try to get more Soul. This, by the way, still has not produced any Wither things. Drops. So, I think I'm gonna change my setup here. Now that we're basically done breeding, I have Wither, I have the Soul, one for Soulful Wax. I have the demonic or the draconic one here as well for the Ender Dragon. Dragon Egg. And I have the Wisp one. So I should set up a production line, and I'm done with it as soon as I get my other species genes. I should be done with DNA as well. Right? Yeah. And this is what my bee setup has become. I have 4 sets of 2 apiaries. I'll explain why this one is not labeled. And a small storage crate to receive all the goodies, which so far, all my withering bees have given me nothing. Uh, I hope they will. Maybe it's just bugged, maybe it's disabled, I don't know. I guess I'm gonna have to set up some other means of getting nether skulls. Draconic Queen, I only have one right now because I need to get a lot more drones so I can get the gene. That's how I made the second withering. And that's all we had to, right? So these are the soul bees. They've been giving quite a good amount of combs. These are kind of whatever I need at the time. I can actually take them out now. Because I wanted more of the, sorry, not you, in here, more of the Imperial Jelly, Royal Jelly, sorry. So I could make more upgrades. All of these have an automation upgrade, and all of these have 8 production upgrades. And the Wisp is really chucking along with Silky Comb Silk Wisps. I've been processing the silk combs, and they've been giving me Silky Propolis, which will give me again probably 1 in 6, I think. Yeah, so this should be another 20 or so. But the bee itself gives me way more than I'm gonna need. Now, I have a secret hatch here where I can access my power cell to charge my acceleration wand, but also where I have everything set up that is to do with the advanced. So doing the genetic stuff here, which I don't really have to do much more right now, but who knows, maybe in the future. And making my woven silk. I need 24, right, for the full apiary suit. So this is not going to be enough. It might just be enough. Otherwise, I'll get somewhere. I got plenty of the silk wisp laying around. No recipe. Oh, you don't have any more water. Sorry. Yeah, I didn't hook it up because I'm not going to do a whole lot with it. Right. This should be enough for 4. Yeah. No. Sorry. One more. And then I need a bit more silky wisp. And I'm just gonna leave this running for a bit. Yeah, see the silk? I can take out the silk bee as well. The drone in here. Green in here. So right now, this is not doing anything. That's why it's not labeled. These are gonna be fixed. At least for a while. And also I set up everything onto the power cell from each side because, you know, they have restricted output. And you can actually see the wires that are inside a conduit facade if you hold a wrench or if you hold a conduit. So this should actually only be an extract, and this should only be an insert. I forgot to set these. But everything else is set. These are extracting from one side. They are extracting from one side. Everything is just nicely split from all of the sides of the 24. So, that's gonna be the last thing for today, is to complete this quest. And it's not processing those yet, but it will. It's quite slow. Anyway, let's make an APR set with an APR shirt, an APR pants, and then the boots. And that should be a quest complete. Now, do I want to continue with forestry or with the bees? Maybe a farm at some point. I don't see the purpose of these right now. The Rainmaker. Well, we have actually an issue right now. There's somebody set up. Yay! That's a bit underwhelming. That somebody set up a machine that stops the rain, and it's a bit of an issue. We don't know who did it. So we can't even have thunderstorms now to get skeleton horses. So anyway, I'm gonna put all this away right here. Don't need it. Oh yeah, so here's the cinder pearl. I'm hoping it will spread, otherwise I'll go look in the desert for more. Nether wart. I really had a hard time getting these to accept the flowers. You know, for some reason it wouldn't take these in this one with the same setup. Wouldn't do anything. It wouldn't take the flowers. I put them in here. Take the flowers. I thought, well, maybe because it's close to the dragon egg, but it shouldn't because it's nether. I made the next one, put it in here. Initially it was flower. Oh no, you have flower. Good. I'm like, why were you such a pain? It was in there for a long time. It just would not accept the flower. I'm just guessing they're a little bit buggy, and these just have some. One is enough. I know that one is enough, and for this as well, one is enough. But I like it. I'm not gonna get 3 dragon eggs, at least not for a while. Let's see. I've got draconic dust. She is 25, and I need 6 for a chunk, and then I need 8, so I need 48. Yeah, 48 for 1 dragon egg. I do have a ton of the soul wax, so I might actually, I think, because I also have more, yeah, maybe I'll disable these at some point. Also, these don't have the diurnal. Oh, this one has the diurnal, this one doesn't have the diurnal, or the nocturnal. Anyway, I'm rambling. I think for now, this is enough bees and this is enough forestry. I did not use all the space that I set out to use. But I also think that this may in the future be a nice space for, say, Thaumcraft. Yeah, or Draconic Evolution, you know, with the infusion. So maybe I'll just repurpose this half of the building. And I kept this all nice and compact. The power lines going underneath here that you can't actually see. And then the conduits on top. Oh, one thing. I made the extract speed downgrade. And that has to hard some iron and electrical steel, slime balls and sticks. Um, because once this cycles, it has to pick up the queen and, sorry, a princess and a drone to make a new queen. But it was picking them up from here before the automation process picked it up. Um, so yeah, that was a bit of a problem. Now I was first thought, okay, I can set a filter in here, but at some point this is gonna fill up with drones. Well, not too fast, right? But at some point it might. I don't want that. So I'm gonna see if this. So far they've been running with the downgrades, and it's been working fine. I haven't seen any drones yet in any of the crates. So yeah. Anyway, this is it for now. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I hope you enjoyed my section on bees. So next time, if you're smarter than me, which is not that hard, then start DNA and genes extraction a lot sooner rather than later. I'm quite happy that all of these have no effect, and all of these are fast working, and all of these have high fertility. So that's pretty cool. So, anyway, that's it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time. Take care. Bye bye.